If your discriminant is equal to 0, what does that mean? How many solutions do you have? 1. If your discriminant is a negative number, any negative number, what does that mean? How many solutions do you have? None. Yep, you have no solutions, or 0. And if it's a positive number, what does that mean? How many solutions do you have? 2. All right, so the only thing we're going to find today is the discriminant. So A is 3, which is B squared minus 4AC. That's all I want you to do. We're not doing the whole quadratic formula that you see that I have written on the board. We're not doing the whole thing yet. If it says find the discriminant on Friday, you're only going to do B squared minus 4AC. Can somebody raise your hand and tell me what A, B, and C is equal to in this quadratic? Anybody know what A, B, and C is? Stephen. All right, so in your calculator, you have to put that -1 in parentheses. Minus 4 times A times C. I want to make sure you understand that if you type it in like this, you're not going to get the right answer. You have to put it in parentheses. So take a minute and type that in your calculators, just like that. Glavity, did you type that in yet? You got a number? Okay, good. There was an assignment last week, the e-learning assignment, that's worth 50 points. I haven't put that in yet. That should still be posted on Canvas. Both of the assignments for Wednesday and Thursday should still be posted. Today's the last day to do both of those. That's 100 points. Just a reminder. All right, what did you get when you typed that in? Who got a number? I think it should be negative. Whatever you get should be a negative number. Juan, what you get? Negative 83. Anybody else get that? I don't know. I haven't done it. You got negative 85. You got negative 84. Can I see your calculator? Let me type it in. I'm going with negative 83. So negative 83. Because it's negative, though, what does that tell me about the discriminant? I mean, what does that tell me about how many solutions I have? There are 0 solutions. 0 solutions. That doesn't mean your solution is 0. That means that this parabola, this graph, will not cross the x-axis. All right, I just want to do 2 more questions with you today so we can practice doing the quadratic formula, and then we'll end. So in your notes, let's go to page 14. And we're going to work through a couple of these together. So we're just doing a quadratic formula. You can write on a separate sheet of paper if you don't have your notes. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have it set equal to 0. So this negative 8, you're going to subtract it. And that's what you're going to have. You have to subtract that 8 first. What is A? A is 2. What's B? 3. What's C? All right, I want you to start by finding your discriminant. So we're going to start by finding we're going to start off with this part right here. Let's start with that part. So B squared minus 4AC. So I want you to figure out what you get when you take 3 squared minus 4AC. Now it is important what we actually get. So we have to agree on the answer. Jasmine, can you hand me the calculator under your desk? You can pass it to, thank you. I gotta type it in myself so we can make sure we all agreeing. Because now it is important what we get. What did y'all get? Who got 73? All right, so now what we need to do is we need to figure out what the square root of 73 is. So let me go back in my slide. Let me go back to where I have a picture of the calculator. Hold on. Okay. When you look at the calculator, this is a picture of it, and I can help you with yours if you need help. You have to hit, everybody look at the screen. To type in the square root, you have to hit the green key first. And then you have to hit this button that says x squared. So you have to hit the second function button, and then you have to hit x squared. And then everybody look at the screen, you have to hit enter and then the button above enter. So there's 4 buttons there's a lot of buttons you have to hit. So you got to hit the green key, square root, and then you're going to type in 73, hit enter, and then hit the button above enter. And you should get 8.54. And I will come around and help you if you did not. Anybody need help? Okay. So now we got that. So we're ready to do the whole quadratic formula. So to find our 2 answers, my first answer is going to be x equals. Now it's the opposite of b. So what is b? B is what? 3. What's the opposite of positive 3? So you're going to put negative 3 plus 8.54 divided by 2 times 2. Go ahead, type that in your calculator. Type it in just like that. So you're going to hit the fraction button, negative 3. So I'm going to type negative 3 plus 8.54 divided by 2 times 2, which should give you 1.385. Who had that? Okay. Now we're going to do it again, except this time, instead of a plus, we're going to use a minus 8.54. All over 2 times 2. Go ahead, type that in. So negative 3, sorry, minus 8.54 divided by 4. All right, who got negative 2.885? All right, and that would be your two answers. All right, let's do another one. We're just practicing the quadratic formula today. That's it. You've already learned everything that's on the test. What do you have to do first with this negative 1? So I'm going to bring it over. And when I bring it over, it's going to change. I have to add it. So that means when I bring it across, this is what we get. So what is A? 4, what's B? And what's C? All right, so we're going to start with our discriminant, B squared minus 4 times A times C. See what you get. And we had one of these in our homework. You should get 0. Who got 0? So going back to the Bell work, what does that mean? How many solutions am I looking for? Only one. There's only one answer. So when I do my formula, if I do x equals and I make my fraction, it's the opposite of B. Opposite of B would be a positive 4. If I do, because when you take the square root of 0, you get 0. So it'll be 4 plus 0 over 2 times 4. And when you do it again, that's 4 minus 0 over 2 times 4. The reason why it's only one answer is because it's the same answer. If you add 0 or subtract 0, you get the same answer. So my answer would be 4 over 8 or 0.5, both times. There's only one answer. And my one answer is 0.5. All right, we'll do one more and then we'll be finished. What is it, 9:18? Oh yeah, one more. One more and we're done. Let's see, which one should we do? Let's do this one here because it's not set equal to 0. So I have to add the 18, which means I'm going to have 2x squared plus 6x plus 18 equals 0. Okay, go ahead and figure out what you get. All right, go ahead and type that in. What did you get when you typed in b squared minus 4ac? Negative 108. What does that mean when your discriminant is negative? So this has no solution. We stop there. We can't do anything else. We're going to just stop right there. All right, I didn't realize that one was so easy, so we might as well finish it out and do our last question. This one is already set equal to 0, so A is 3, B is 1, and C is negative 5. Go ahead and find your discriminant, b squared minus 4 times A times C. Take a minute and figure out what you get. Passing out the study guide. The answer key is already posted to Canvas, and the test is this Friday. Xavier, there's an extra one for you to pass to Leah. Can you pass one back for me? What did you get for 1 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 5? 61? Who got 61? All right, so now we need to type in the square root of 61. See what that is. So second function, x squared, 61. Enter. You should get 8.18. So I'm not even rounding it. Just give me the 2 numbers after the decimal. If you do round it, that's fine. I'm just trying to make this simple. Let's all get our A on Friday. Let's bring our grades up. Let's move forward. So I'm not counting off for rounding. So my first answer would be x equals, and then you just take the opposite of B. So because that's a 1, I'm going to put negative 1 plus 8.18 divided by 2 times 3. Type that in your calculator just like that. And then do it again, except the second time you're going to subtract. So go ahead and type both of those in your calculators and you are finished. That is your 2 answers. All right, who had those 2 answers? So I want everyone to use this time. You have your homework 3 that is due today. If you have that, you can show it to me to get your points. You can also start working on your study guide. You also have those assignments from last week if you didn't do them. So there's a lot of things you can do to, get your points up. If you do have an F, no worry. It's only February. You can still bring it up to even an A, because it's still pretty early in the semester. So use this time to work on one of those assignments.